Ooh-wee. Man, oh man. What I'm about to show you here today will either serve you in the right here and right now, in the near future, or the distant future. It will serve you at some point and it will serve you well. It's going to save you. It's going to save you your crystals, resources. It's just going to make your gameplay better, right? So today we're doing a little myth busting, right? Or just reinforcing a point, a rumor that was thrown around. And the rumor is this: if you have Pierce on your cards, right? I'm gonna try to break this down in the simplest terms possible. Pierce on your cards, these blue stars on your cards, right? It gives you that additional Pierce damage, right? You see that additional Pierce damage increase? If you have that on your cards, then what it does is, bada bing, bada broomstick. Let's go to, okay, Morbius, he's got a rage. It diminishes the effect of rage, right? This ignores boss damage decreased by 60%. Yes. Okay, so let's jump over here to game guide. And if we go to additional pierce damage, right? Those are the blue stars on the cards. Additional pierce damage is an ability to deal additional damage that ignores defense completely. Excuse me. Additional pierce damage applies based on the skill's damage. Well, I mean, that last part's pretty obvious, right? But the first part is important. It's an ability to deal damage, additional damage that ignores defense completely, right? And if we go back over to rage, actually, you know, I think I could just go back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, if we go back over to rage, what this does, it ignores boss damage decreased by 60%. So those two things are basically saying the same thing, right? So it's like one's kind of canceling the other out. And, you know, what's on your cards is going to apply across the board. And then it seems like the rage is just kind of, you know, thrown in there a little extra. So somebody mentioned that, you know, you could do it with energy, right? Like you could have rage on a character and then just swap that for energy. But I feel like that really isn't a good... I feel like that's not a good representation because they work a lot differently. And energy has ignored dodge on it, right? So in most of this is the effect and where you're going to see the you know the difference in all this is going to be in World Boss. KNULL specifically, right? I don't think many people have trouble with any other world boss besides him. You know, maybe Thanos, or if you're playing the mutant bosses. Why you would play the mutant bosses is beyond me. But yeah. So and KNULL specifically, and you know, people said energy. I don't think that's a good way. I don't think that's a good swap there. I don't think those parameters are very good. So I thought, what about judgment, right? Now the character obviously has to deal elemental damage. So I thought, who better than Mr. Ghost Rider here? I thought this is a perfect example. And the perfect parameters to be set to, you know, set the stage for this experiment. Taking him into KNULL. So what I did is this. I had a rage on this guy. I went into KNULL. I did a few runs. I recorded those runs. And then I went ahead and I swapped that rage for judgment here. And it's a pretty good rolled judgment. So I think this is going to be the best way to test this theory. All right. And I'm not going to, no spoilers here. I'm not going to say whether or not I already went in and I know what the results are. I'm not going to say if I know that or not. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Okay. So, but first, I have some comments that I want to read off here. And we'll try to get through these bad boys rather quickly. Okay, so I'm not going to try to pronounce that. You know who you are. No words. I'm waiting for your Shadowland videos. Give us a CTP guide video, sir. Now many characters need energy. Put Shadowland videos with other content videos because it takes a long time. Okay, and then give me some ways to do it. Yeah, I wouldn't try to do it all at once. Like if I start streaming and I don't get to the videos before them, I could do it in like a stream, or yeah, I'd do it something like that, maybe 10 stages, and a CTP guide video. So I'm gonna be working on a bunch of different guide videos, like character ranking videos for different, different content, like in general, maybe for null, awakened characters, CTP guides, so on and so forth. So I'll be putting my own list together, and you should see that very soon. And if others want to see Shadowlands stuff, let me know. And I've seen a lot of comments saying Shadowlands. So yeah, if I'm getting overwhelmed by them, I basically don't have a choice then, right? All right. Next up, we have Adam. He says, yeah, they should definitely increase the maximum scores, especially in ABX. Even free-to-play player like me can score 55 million one week and then 50 million in the next week. I suppose they will increase the cap to 10 million, but it's too low in my opinion. I hope they will add new rewards or make better the current ones. I totally agree, man. 100%. Like, we know the cap's getting increased, right? It said it in the dev note, which is a very good thing because there's too many. There needs to be at least one day that not everybody can cap. So then this way, everybody doesn't have the same score. So 10 million. I don't think there's a whole lot of players, if any, that can score 10 million every single day. I don't think there's players that can score 10 million every single day. Not yet. But I'm guessing it's going to get raised to 10 million. I think you're right on that. And yeah, they do. They need to make the rewards better. They need to poll some of the players and see, what the players actually consider a good reward, right? Especially for all your hard work building your characters to score so high. So yeah, let's hope they do right by that. Next up, I'll call you JC over here. Great video, bro. Please roast my account. IGN. Okay, let's go over here. Let's see if we can get this done quickly. All right, I gotta pull that back up. So SON UKK CJB. All right, I got you here, bro. I got you. All right, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I'm gonna do a quick and dirty here. All right, let's go to your cards first. Okay, you got really good cards, except why are you crafting this Loki card here, my friend? I understand it's a 7 quality, but man, once you get all your cards crafted, the cooldown, attack speed, ignore defense, you're going to be over capped on those. Or at least 2 of them. Like, if you look at my cards, I have way too much attack speed. I have 67% ignore defense. Well, I suppose the cooldown and the attack speed are your fixed ones with the higher, stat. And you only have 1 attack stat on this, and it doesn't even have max HP. You want to look for cards like this Guardians of the Galaxy card. Excellent card. I would have started crafting this one. I mean, it's got great stats. Or even this one here. Dude, this cable card. Craft that. Craft that one. I mean, are you trying to re-roll like the Luna and the White Fox? I mean, these aren't bad rolls. Like, essentially you want the proc on them, but, you have the attack stat on this instead of the proc. So, that's okay. Like, I wouldn't fret too much about that. But if you replace this Loki card with, like, Baby Spider, Avenger 1 card, what other cards? A Black Panther card. Any one of those, you'd be in much better shape than this one. I would stop crafting that one right now. Don't go any further with that and start crafting this cable. This cable card is your next best one, just because it has both attack stats. The Luna one's good too, but like I said, the proc's good, but you don't necessarily need it. And this one too. But I do the cable one next. Stop doing this one. Replace that Loki card if you can. All right, let's go over to your roster here. Okay, energy on Quicksilver, and you got some Odin's Blessings on this guy. I'm going to be testing him with energy. I think he's going to be really good with that. Judgment on him. That might be the best thing you could do for him right now. We're going to find out. Rage on Odin, that's really good, man. You got some Odin's Blessings on him. I see your PvE focused, and you got Rage on Jean. That's pretty cool, but I would swap her build around because she's just not that good for PvE content, right? Give her like an Obelisk with invincibility and guard break, or if you have a Greed, she's excellent with Greed. Okay, so no Uru on Mr. Fantastic. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world. energy on Deadpool. So I'm thinking that Deadpool, like if I run out of energies to give characters, I think I'm going to take mine off Deadpool. The only place I use Deadpool anymore is squad battle, and that's not that important to me right now. So I would even maybe take the energy off of Deadpool, and let's see what other character could actually use that energy. Nothing on Cyclops. That's not the worst thing in the world either. Rage on Magneto. That's cool. So Judgment on this guy. Maybe try to get these guys finished with the Odin's Blessings. Energy on Sharon Rogers. Very, very nice. It's a good roll too. Man, treating Star-Lord like a slum dog over here. Got the crit damage dodge on him. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So what do you a big Black Bolt fan? You like the Inhumans? I mean, he's good. He's good. I actually want to test this guy with an energy and see how he does. Okay, you got a couple Odin Blessings on him, man. What I would do is I would take the Odin's Blessings off of Black Bolt and give him the Ghost Rider. That's what I would do. And who knows? Maybe even swap that Rage for a Judgment. And you got some Odin's Blessings on this guy, but nothing on him. I'm guessing you're doing some swapping. Okay, so you're skipping Sentry and going straight for KNULL. Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan at all. What do you got on this guy? Energy on Beta Ray build. That's excellent. And you know Uru though. I mean, finish their build. Give them Uru. At least the attack Uru. Rage on Moon Knight. I would take an energy from somebody and give it to that guy. Who had an energy over here that Deadpool. So if you don't have any extra, I'd take Deadpool's. Unless you use Deadpool for like otherworld bosses, or even Medusas. I mean, she's good, and I know she can perform with an energy. I want to do that test too. I want to test everybody with energy, but Moon Knight, he's just so much more valuable with energy versus Rage. If you haven't seen my video, go watch that, and you'll see. All right, so that's enough there, but. Overall, I mean, pretty good. Just finish your Uru off, and maybe swap around a couple of CTPs if you can, if you have the crystals, and or wait till the 50% off, little events on, and stop that Loki card. Stop this card and do the Cable card. And if you can swap this one out, I would. Black Panther card. Obviously you need to get a roll on it. It's not as easy as just swapping it out, but yeah, I would shoot for that. Even though it's 7 quality, still no. Okay. Next up on the docket here, for what were you saying with noticing the Pierce difference at lower percents makes sense to me. Okay. Yup. If you got from 2% Pierce to say 5%, your Pierce is now 250% higher. Going from 16 to 19, that's maybe 15% increase. Yes, I actually commented on this guy. Yeah, that makes complete sense. It does. So that's probably why you see such a dramatic increase when you first start to get Pierce, because you go from nothing to having, like if you get 2%, that's 200%, or 2 to 5, like you said, it's 250%, and then 16 to 19, it's a 15% increase. So that makes a whole lot of sense. Godzillionaire, nobody likes a 45-minute video. Yeah, that's what I said in this video here. And also Godzillionaire makes a 40-minute video. Yeah, I kind of put my foot in my mouth. I do that from time to time. I should have said an hour and a half long video, so then my 40-minute video seemed pretty reasonable. That's what I should have said. So omit that and replace that. But I think that's funny. Yep, I do that, man. I do that. I'm a knucklehead sometimes. All right. Oh, who was this guy? Can I pronounce your name? Yes, Jake Dorito. What's up, Jake Dorito? All right, Emmanuel Stewart. The dev team are not good at balancing the free-to-play from the pay-to-play community. It's always not a good idea to make content for the 1% of the community. It's creating problems where people actually stop playing. Godzillionaire, thanks for the video. Can you give me some advice on my account? Excuse me. Dude, I totally agree. And I mentioned it in this video, like, you got to make things inclusive for everybody. I know it might be a challenge, but, that's your job. This is what you do, right? You gotta create something where it involves everybody and everybody can enjoy it at whatever level they're playing at, right? Can't make just this cheer system. That's just nonsense. I mean, I can't believe, I thought it was a joke. All right, let's see if we can, some advice on his account. Let's pop over to Elon Hunter. Let's pop over to his account and let's see if we can give him a little advice. So he's agent level 221. And let's see his cards. Okay, so first of all, he looks like PvP. I'm gonna guess he's a PvP player, and he's got this one all done. Nice dodge, ignore defense, crit rate, all attack. He's got some concentration on this, and that's something I'm gonna be looking into, concentration, because I think what I thought it actually was might be different than what it actually is. And I'll be exploring that and bringing you guys some news on that. Okay, so these are really good rolls. I mean, crit damage, crit rate, ignore defense. I know you can get both attack stats on this one, but with crafted cards, you're going to be overcapped. And I feel like crit rate, you don't really need crit rate on your cards because all the new characters get like a 45% crit rate buff, right? So I would try to replace this one, even with the same card, with the both attack stats. Or with at least one of them. And it should be easier now because you don't actually need that ignore defense on this card anymore. After, like, right, you got to ignore defense here. So you let's see how much you have. Yeah, you have 42%. So you could roll this card and think like, okay, I don't need that ignore defense. So I could even go with, even if you got one of the attack stats and lost all those other three, you'd be in a better place, because I guarantee when you're done crafting your cards, you're gonna have too much of all of it. This is a really good roll. I mean, this is a really good roll too, even with just the one attack stat, because you can get both on here, but the 7 quality definitely makes up for it. And again, very, very nice with max HP, energy attack, attack speed. That's you can get physical attack in place of the max HP, but I mean, max HP is an uncappable stat, so that's good in my book. And this card here, not too shabby. Yeah, I mean, I would maybe try to replace these two, unless, yeah, or just like, yeah, higher quality on this one here. You know, if you can. I know sometimes out of your control, but that's my advice on your cards. Let's see some of your builds. Okay, you got Null completely done. You got this man maxed out, dude. So advice here, I'd swap that for energy, my guy. Swap that for energy. I'd swap this for energy too. Oh man, you got both these guys. It's like you're coming at me. Oh, you're missing one. I got one on you, right? The crit damage. But no, really good, man, really good. Those are definitely characters that those Odin blessings will not go to waste. Okay, so you have HP Uru on Scarlet Witch when you have a rage on her. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. This guy, again, you have HP Uru on PvE built characters. Yeah. Again, you know, I would I guess, you know, if you're capped on everything else, all the other stats, and you don't have other Odin's blessings to put on them, okay, I can actually understand why you would do that if that's the case. Yeah, because it looks like you don't have anything else on this guy. And again, yeah, you like to put HP Uru on on some of your characters. And you know, I mentioned this. I know I'm guilty of this right now because I actually had a PvE build on Silver Surfer. But I would, he's got the Mighty. I would take the Odin's blessings, except the heal, right? You can put the heal on PvE character or PvP characters. That's what they're for. But I would take all the other Odin's blessings off. That's what I'll be doing to my Silver Surfer, and I would put those on a PvE character, right? Oh, energy on APOC. I don't know. Does he work with energy? I'm not sure if he really does that well. I'd probably swap that energy for somebody. Okay, let me check down here. Let me check. Yeah, I'd take that. Swap those. Swap the energy and the rage here. Do that, and you'll be much better off. And take some of those Odin's blessings. Let's see what he got on her. Energy, very good. But I would take those Odin's blessings you have on Silver Surfer, put them on Moonstone, swap the CTPs from APOC and Moon Knight. Do that. Okay, so there's my little bit of advice for you. All right, next up on the docket here. So, bada bing, bada boom. They talking the stupid. Or, I'm sorry, they're taking the stupid. I'm talking the stupid over here. They're taking the stupid to the next level. For real, you make the improvements to the main game modes. And these improvements are just for the peoples who have so many reforged regen with probably 4 crafted cards. At least they ignored the whole players by giving stupid cheer systems. Oh my god, this is the funniest joke I've ever seen in a mobile game. I thought it was a joke too, man. I thought it was a joke too, and I'm afraid it's not. I really hope when all this stuff gets implemented, you know, gets put into the game, that it's actually a lot better than it seems. Next up, oh, that was who's this guy? Greedy Potato. Sri Nath. Do rolls, bro. Don't wait. Your high-level account videos are lit. Fire. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna wait maybe like 2-3 days, and then I'll do the rolls. I'm not in any like real rush to do it, but I'm definitely gonna get to it soon. I won't wait long on it, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted. All right, this guy, Kevin Duffy. Didn't we determine in a previous video that more Pierce on your card diminishes usefulness of Rage specifically? So, and I commented back, yeah, we didn't determine that, you know, as like set in stone, that's what it is. It was a theory, and it was a theory that kind of makes sense. And after I went and I checked out the guide and read some of the effects, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, and we're gonna, like I said, it's Mythbusters today, baby. So we're gonna see whether or not that holds true. And then this way, if it does, then you know how to move forward with your account. And like I said, it's going to save you time, hassle, headache, resources, crystals, the whole 9, baby, the whole 9. And then this guy says, I got to move this way. Cinegalax and Beast Mode can do it. Cinegalax probably because he has energy on Null right now. Yeah, I already did a video with Null, with Rage and Energy. And like I said, I don't think energy is going to be the best parameter to you know, put in place to actually compare these. I just don't think that's, because they work a lot differently. Judgment and Rage are very similar, so I think this is going to be the best way to compare them. And we're going to do that right here and right now, baby. All right, next up, you bring up a great point. This is from Shetty, NS. You bring up a great point with that whales will play on their own league, so this will allow players, Dolphins and Blow, to compete in around Vibranium, Platinum to work themselves across over that line. But it sucks that something new coming to the game doesn't allow 95% of the player base. Yeah, I totally agree. But you know, like you said, it's a silver lining is that it's going to filter out. It's kind of creating like a caste system, right? And it's going to filter out, you know, some of the players that like to just ball out and you know, compete at high levels like that. And then this way, you know, everything's kind of it's just you know, sorted a lot better, right? Yeah, forgive me. I'm running on very little sleep, so my brain's not running as smoothly as it should. All right, this is the second last one here, so we're almost done with this, and we're gonna get straight into the gameplay. This guy, oh my days. I have no idea why they struggle to increase rewards. That would give players so much more incentive. Yeah, I mean, dude, the simplest thing in the world. Like I mentioned this, they could snap a finger and increase those rewards like nobody's business, right? It would be the easiest thing they could do, and it would appease so many players, and it would just create better morale in the game for everybody. Just increase the rewards. Just do it. More crystals, right? I mean, you know, it make players feel good and make players actually, you know, really feel good about playing the game. Simple as that. All right, last one here. Awesome video and some good testing. I don't know about streaming. Your videos are basically live streams now anyways. If you want to live stream, then we'll be sure to attend though. Oh, and sneaking in clips are actually really cool since it breaks the flow of the video and makes it even more interesting. It didn't feel like a 40-minute video. Some YouTubers drag on videos, but it's not actually filled with any content. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, honestly, like I always tell myself, like, okay, this is gonna be a short one, and then it just ends up running long. But you know, I'm starting to get the hang of it in the feel for things, and I know this one's gonna run on the longer side as well. But moving forward, I have different ideas to make the videos a bit shorter, and I'm gonna try to implement those and see how well those do. I have to imagine the shorter ones probably do a little bit better, but you know, if my videos don't feel like 40 minutes, let me know, because I'll take that as a compliment. Take it as a compliment. And yes, I'm infamous for sneaking things in. I'm the sneaky bandit, baby. Don't you remember? All right, so that's it for that. Now let's play. So I told you, I ran with Ghost Rider with Rage, and I have it right here. So this is the first run I did. So I have 2 runs that I'm gonna play. This is the quick and dirty way. The way we do it, if you're new to the channel, what we do is we go into KNULL and we go from 60 bars to 30 bars, and that's where we clock the time, and that's where we run our comparison. All right, so here is our first video right here. Okay, let's all right, 1 second here. There it is. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one here. All right, so we gotta silence the beast here, and let's pull this up. Actually, that's, here we go. Okay, so here we start here, and let's rock and roll. Okay, so this is with the Rage, and I think the proc isn't. Well, at first the proc wasn't working all that great. I don't know, the Rage proc, like lately, it's kind of been inconsistent for me, to be completely honest with you. But you know, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is, and that's how we're gonna test it, because that's just the way it is. And yes, I get caught by the Clint arcades, because you know, there could be some inconsistency with that, and to avoid running a bunch of times, because if you miss it on one but you got it on the other, that's gonna help us, you know, just keep things on the shorter side. So it's not looking, so at 45 bars, we're at 4 minutes. So that's halfway down. But those tier 3s melt bars, right? Ghost Rider's tier 3 definitely does. And yeah, it's weird. Sometimes, you know, I still get stuck, even with Ancient One support. You know, you get flopped on there, and you know, you go sleepy night. And then what I think we'll do, just for the sake of the, you know, I'll let it run. I'll let the next one play. We shouldn't be too long. Okay, so there's the first Rage run. I have another one as well. So let's get this. We're just gonna start this one here. It's, you know, little ways into it. I promise you, there's no shenanigans. And you know what? So actually, you know what? I can't say that, because that would be spoiling, and no spoilers here. No spoilers. I gotta zip the mouth shut and throw away the key. It's tough not to talk about it. It is. But yeah, you know, I feel like with Ghost Rider, there's a couple different variations you could do with his rotation to, you know, I don't know. It's like, you know, with the RNG, depending on how proc works and stuff, it's like one way could work better, you know, one time, and then not so much the other time. So I try to keep everything the same with the rotations, though, throughout these. So as long as, you know, everything's consistent, we should be golden to run a fair comparison, right? Okay, so 338 for that next one. So we had 325 and 338, right? Okay, so that was 344 on the first run. Let's try that again. Let's try that again, because I think he could even go. I think he can go a little bit faster. I think we had some bad luck there. But as you can see, yeah, you tell me. Yeah, we're gonna let this play out. See, you could cancel the 4 right there. You could definitely cancel the 4 into the 3. And that also works out well. Okay, is that proc gonna go off? See, that residual fire damage always loves to set our proc off. It didn't, which is really good. But you know, we just want things to be on the up and ups, right? How's this going? We're gonna get caught up while our damage is still going off. Yeah. So I feel like we kind of lost out on a little bit of damage there, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we need you, Ancient One. Yeah. So we're getting our tier 3 at like bad time. Well, I suppose it all works out. Like, you know, Ghost Rider skills, they have a pretty good flow here. So 348. What was the last one? Well, you know, we'll just count this one. I feel like that, you know, this run was pretty much on par. So 348, and the other runs were, so the 338 and then 325. So this at stage 20 is a whole 10 seconds faster, just going from 60 to 30 bars, right? And you know, as we all know, in any other game mode, or before crafted cards, before Pierce, before those blue stars, Judgment was always secondary to Rage, right? Pretty much in all cases, Judgment was secondary to Rage, maybe outside of like Beta Ray Bill, although I haven't tested that myself. I just, some things I noticed when I had a Rage on Beta Ray Bill and playing Danger Room Extreme with people who had Judgment on Beta Ray Bill, but that's besides the point. The point is here that this proves that Pierce on cards diminishes the effect on Rage. It just does. Because like I said, Judgment, as we all know, is secondary to Rage in any other game mode, but here it's faster. Judgment is faster than Rage, and you know, I'm not sure, like, if I had 10% Pierce on cards, would it still clock in at the same time? That's more of what I'm, you know, curious about. Does it diminish, like, as, you know, as you stack more Pierce on your cards, or like as soon as you get any Pierce on your cards, is it basically that? Is it basically set as that, or does it increase? Does, you know, as Pierce goes up, does Rage, you know, does Rage decrease in value? You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But we do know that that's the case. That's the case. Case in point. So I hope this clears some things up for you. I hope this will help you in your travels moving forward. You know, second guess about, you know, who to put certain CTPs on. And to me, you know, I think it's a good thing, because it gives Judgment, you know, some time in the light. So it's time to shine. So let's talk about, you know, where this is actually applicable. So it could be applicable for Beta Ray Bill, although energy is better for him. Let's see, Thor could do Judgment, right? I still want to test him with energy, with the way his skills line up. I think he could work very well with energy. So, you know, I'll probably be bringing that to you guys soon. But he could do Judgment, right? If that's the case, like if you have Pierce on your cards, or if you're working on getting Pierce on your cards, Judgment will work for this guy, at least for null, right? And I don't know, for me right now, it's like that's basically where I spend most of my time, is playing null, right? It's all about null. Let's see, Scarlet Witch, right? She could be go with it. I think I'll actually be testing her. I've been thinking about giving her a better build for some time now. So when I do some Odin Blessing swapping, because I have a bunch of characters that I want to rip some off of that I just don't use anymore, I might be building her up. This guy, yeah, I'm trying to rank up this guy's other uniform here. That's why I have this one equipped. Yeah, I'd be testing that guy with energy, but maybe Apocalypse. I mean, like, you know, he's got mind damage and all the skills that you actually use. Same with Scarlet Witch. So the 3 skills that, well, she has on all but 1 skill, right? And you don't use the 2 skill anyways, right? Elemental damage. Storm, I mean, Storm's never really... She's got good damage on her tier 3. And I remember when first playing KNULL, I actually used her, and she seemed to do decent. But it was like all in that tier 3. It was all in that tier 3. But yeah, she's got, I mean, she's all elemental damage, right? Let's see, Professor X. I think a lot of people already have Judgment on him. And then, of course, Ghost Rider, maybe even Luna Snow. Maybe she could actually be decent. Like, if you have the Pierce on your cards, right? So it seems like this only applies if you have the Pierce on your cards. Or, you know, if you plan on getting Pierce on your cards. I mean, who wouldn't? But, you know, and you know, you want to make use of her, maybe a Judgment can actually work. And who else? I wouldn't even waste my time with Cyclops. There was one other, I thought. Oh, maybe Spider-Woman? Maybe. Just maybe. Okay, guys. All right. Well, I hope that answered some questions. We did a little myth busting today. We proved a theory to be true in fact. I mean, I don't think you can deny that that's what it is, right? After seeing that, you just can't. All right. So in any case, I'm gonna end the video there. You guys, you take care. You take it easy. You stay breezy, but most of all, you stay safe out there.